Hey guys, I'm here with a review for Novel Red pads, and this is a long overdue review, and I bought all these pads and they weren't sent to me for a review or anything, and Novel Red really has a special place in my heart because she was the first pad that I bought from when I started reusables, and I really wanted to start with a quality pad maker, so I wanted to see what the top of the line would be like when I first started off, so I would know what kind of standard I would need to place on kind of like a general level. And so I based my stuff off of that first. And I will showcase all the pads I have. This first one is a luxury crushed velvet pad. This was one of the RTS items, so I'm not sure what color this is. I think it might be Looking Glass, but I'm not entirely sure, but it's very beautiful, and I think it's showing up right to color. It's pretty accurate, and I really love the tags on it. It's so nice. It's towards the outside, which some people don't like, but I love it. It doesn't irritate me at all. And you can opt in for the tag to not be on your pad. You can, if you're ordering from her website, you can request not to have the tag on, and she'll take the tag off if you want. And this is a 9-inch also, and you could tell it's a moderate because of its pink snap. It looks kind of purple for some reason, but it's a bright pink snap on the back. And, oh, and they're all WinPro backed. I haven't gotten any liners or the curvy style. They are mostly 9 inches, moderates, or heavies. I haven't gotten any lights or curvy styles. I would like to try them, but I haven't had the money at the moment to get any, and I'm saving up for something else, so I really would love to try it, but this is what I have so far. And this is a very amazing pad. Oh my gosh. It's a galaxy print, and the snaps, they glow in the dark. And that's just, oh my gosh, that is such an amazing thing. I've been wanting this pad so bad because it glows in the dark, and that's just so cool. This is a moderate absorbency, and it is WinPro backed. It's very soft WinPro. And this is Quilter's Cotton 9 inches. This one is kind of a different type of minky than she usually sells. This was a very, I ordered this a long time ago, and when it was still in her shop, and it was a ready-to-ship item, and it feels different than her current minky that she sells. It's low pile, and it stained a lot easier for some reason. I don't know why this minky stained, but this is totally different than what her minky is now, so you don't have to worry about that when you're buying minky now. But this was like a strange occurrence for me of why it stained and stuff. So I haven't used this one in a while, but it's a 9-inch minky topped WinPro backed pad, and it is a moderate. I don't know why it looks purple on camera, but it's pink. And next one is this cute cat's print. I'm not a big fan of cats, but I don't know why. I really love this print. It is a Quilter's Cotton. It feels really nice, and it is WinPro backed, and it is moderate. Next one is one of my favorites. It is the Dark Angel Minky Pad, and this is, oh my gosh, it is so soft. It has a pretty high pile, and it's amazing. I love it. And this would be good for anybody that's squeamish about blood, because you can't even see any of the blood on this. And you could just throw this into your washing machine, and there won't be any stains on it because it's minky and it's a dark color. So you won't see anything bad on this. So this would be great for any people that's want to use reusables, but they're very squeamish of blood. This would be a great pad for them to start with. You can't even tell that there's blood on it. It just looks like it's wet, and that's it. It's a very nice pad to use if you have somebody that's very squeamish of blood. I really like the matte black snaps. It's very nice. I like that. And it is a moderate. The next pad is one of my favorites for if I'm at school all day. It is a 7-inch heavy, and she doesn't make this. And I just happened to get this when she had it in her ready-to-ship stocking. And she doesn't usually make a pad like this, but it's a 7-inch heavy, and it is pretty amazing. I love this when I'm at school all day and I have to sit, so I don't really have to worry about back bleeding because I'm not leaning back or anything. So this is a really good pad for that. And it is a cut from a Galaxy print, and it is Winpro backed. And here's the purple snap, but I'll show you what the pink one looks like in comparison. But they are completely different. You'll be able to tell the difference because this is bright purple and that's bright pink. I don't know why it was showing up purple on the camera, but that's what it looks like. And it is such a nice little minky pad. I used to, when I would have just my Novel Red stash, starting off, I only had 5 pads, and I would be able to have those 5 pads and use them and be able to go through my entire cycle because my cycle is only 3 days long. So I would be able to just use, I would just be able to use this and it'd be alright. I mean, not just this, but my stash, and I would be alright with it. But this is one of my favorites. I would always look forward to using this one, and I love that pad. Next one is a heavy. There's a name for it now, but there used to be no name for it. It was just a plain white minky. And I like this because it reminds me of like the standard disposable pad, and it's just very nostalgic to remember about how I used to use disposables, and now I'm using my reusable pads, and this is incredibly soft. It's just so fun to touch. It's very, very soft, and it is a heavy pad. And I have one more pad. Just wait. Okay. My last pad is my emergency pad that I keep on me at all times, and it is in my Yurtcraft wet bag. And I keep this pad on me all the time because it is a heavy pad, number one, because if I'm at school and I have my period, I would need a heavy pad because I can't change out my pads all the time. And so this is a heavy pad, and it is in this cute fishing girl kind of pattern, and it is very cute. There's little deers and flowers on it. It's super cute. And it's wrinkly because it stays folded up all the time. But it's got this matted pink, snap on it. It's very cute. I love this matte snap. And it's heavy, and you can see by the purple, and it is amazing. I've used it a couple times because I've gotten a surprise attack at school sometimes. Or I would have a pad on, and I would have to change it because it's already oversaturating. So that's an awesome pad that I love to keep with me. Now on to the review of the pad itself. They always are the length that they say they are. They aren't any shorter, and they're always generous. They're not shorter than what they say. So there's no worries about having a pad that's shorter than what they're saying it is. And the gusset it comes with one snap. I don't know if she does a second snap, but I do know that it always comes with one snap. And the gusset size is 2.5, and it's usually the standard gusset size that most pad makers do. And one thing I really love about Novel Red pads is that, to me, the middle stitching helps it do this kind of thing for me, and it'll just easily absorb like this instead of having to drop down and come down. It'll have like this, I don't know, I don't know, for some reason my body grabs it this way, so it's kind of like a tented up kind of thing going on, and it'll just collect directly, and I won't have any problems of it not going somewhere else other than where it needs to be. It'll go directly in the middle of where it needs to go because of the middle stitching. It just helps guide it to the middle, and that's what I really love about these pads. And you could also see like there's a middle crease on all the back of my pads because it just, the way my body grabs this pad, it just has a middle lining on it, and that's just the way it is for all the pads. They all have those middle stitching, and then it just cones up like this. Well, not cone, maybe like pyramid or something, but it kind of has that middle thing where it just goes like this, and it just collects that way. Another cool thing about Novel Red is that her pads, oop, that's my dog hair, sorry. It's very thin. It's not thick at all. The only time you would experience something as plush is her heavy Minky pads, because Minky's very fluffy and the Wind Pro is kind of fluffy. So, I mean, that's as thick as it gets when it comes to the heavy pad. There is now an ultra heavy. I haven't gotten that absorbency either. I only have moderates and heavies, so this is the thickest I have for my pads, and it's quite nice. I don't feel like I'm wearing a diaper or anything. It feels really nice and plushy. It's like a nice soft pillow, and it's not even that bad. This is a more thinner Minky, and this one's a lot thinner than the white pad for some reason, but I think it's because I use this a lot. That's probably why it's a lot thinner. But this is one of my favorite pads. I love this pad so much. This is my tried and true. I would wear it all the time if I didn't have other pads to put on, but this is, oh my gosh, I love Novel Red so much, and they really brought me into the world of reusables, and I discovered a lot of other shops, and I still keep coming back to Novel Red, and Novel Red is always in my backpack as a little safe what's it called, backup pad, and they're just amazing. They're always known as the top quality, and it's such an amazing pad, and I would recommend it for anybody. You don't have to buy your starter set like I did. You could just buy a couple and try them out and see what you like about them. Because if you buy it from her website, it's gonna be a couple wait time, because she's gonna be making them customized to what you like, because you'll get the print, and then she'll have the length, and then it'll go to absorbency, and then style. So there's a lot of factors that go into making a Novel Red pad. So you have to think about that when you're ordering a pad. You have to think about how long it's going to take her to sew through all those customized pads. And so, I mean, in the end, it's going to be worth it. It's especially her Minky. Her Minky is just, I don't know where she gets them. They're incredibly soft. They are so soft. I just want like a whole stash of her Minkies. It's just so incredibly soft. I don't know where she gets them. It's so soft. And her cotton is amazing also. It's really nice, and it's very breathable, and it's very thin, and you won't even feel like you're wearing the pad at all. It's amazing. I love her pads. Her pads are like the top-notch standard of every reusable company in the world. It's just, oh my gosh. And the stitching is so nice, the wavy stitching. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe. I will leave a link for her shop in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.